Hello and welcome to Pizzabento. I'm one of your hosts, Nikki from Seattle, Washington, USA.
And I'm Danson from Tokyo, Japan.
I'm rocking the watermelon juice here. My mom just brought up that you might have seen in the last clip.
Watermelon juice, awesome. You know what I'm rocking?
What?
My very last lemon tea.
You know, in the last show, you were drinking something out of a big bottle. It looked like soy sauce, man. It was
Yeah,
like black, and then it was in that weird bottle. It looked like soy sauce.
I like soy sauce. You have a problem with that?
Not at all. Why is your hair... never mind. Joke failed. Move on.
Joke fail. Alright, so,
So I'm really bad about local politics or even, states around me. So what's this I hear about you wanting to discuss?
well, like, I've been noticing that recently in the news, there's been a lot of things about how it's being pushed in California to legalize marijuana.
Like legally for sale or legally
Yeah,
they
like-
can't prosecute you if you have it?
No, like, as a consumable item that's taxed and whatnot.
Okay.
And the reason they're pushing it through now is California has this massive debt that they're struggling with, and they don't have enough revenue in the state, and they say if you tax marijuana, you produce over $1 billion in revenue a year.
Okay.
And they're saying that, like, it's already majorly consumed in California. It's one of California's largest cash crops, but the government doesn't get any tax from it. So if they legalize it, the government gets tax.
Right.
And they're also saying there's all these studies that show that it's way less harmful than alcohol and caffeine even probably, and cigarettes and all that, and yet it's illegal. And they say that, like, it's just kind of... And also, if you make it legal, you can put an age on it, like you have to be over 21 or whatever.
Right.
You can control it more. So, and they said it'll reduce crime and all that stuff. So they're trying to push it through. Whether it'll go through or not is what I'd like to discuss.
No, like marijuana, if you get caught with it, it's just kind of like, oh, do they send you to jail? They send you to jail for that, right?
Yes, well, it depends on the state, and it depends on the area. Like, Seattle is decriminalized, and so, like, you can walk by a cop and they're not going to do anything. But it depends on the area and the state and stuff. But in a lot of places, yeah, if you're caught with, like, a bag of marijuana, you can go to jail for it.
Well, it's like if they don't like your face, they can arrest you, but if they choose to ignore it, it's not a huge deal, right?
Right, and that's another thing that they're talking about hypocritically, is that there's a lot of, like, people in jail for all having just, like, a bag of marijuana or something, and it's totally clogging up the system.
Mm-hmm.
And also, it is unproportionately minorities, and so...
So here's my opinion of it. I've never smoked pot before. I don't really fully understand the whole effects of it, or the whole ecosystem around marijuana, the production, the sale, the consumption. But I think it's not a bad idea, because from what I do know about marijuana, is that the effects are not as harmful as some of the other things out there. I mean, you can look at it and say that sugar is more harmful than marijuana, I would think.
Right.
Or, in a sense that if it's overconsumed, yeah, it could be bad for you, but...
Well, because, I mean, things like alcohol, if you overconsume it, you die. And with things like marijuana, you overconsume it, you eat Fritos chips or something. Like, you seriously can't die from an overdose of marijuana. There's no way to do it. Like, well, I mean, you can die from an overdose of water. I mean, if you do smoke, like,
if you drink too much water, you can get
die.
What do you call it? Something poisoning. Water.
Yeah, probably hydroponic poisoning.
Hydroponic poisoning.
No, but because water dilutes your blood or whatever. So I mean, but in a realistic amount, you can't die from an overdose of marijuana. So in last year, in America, there's probably like hundreds of thousands of people that died from drinking too much alcohol and stuff, and yet maybe like one person that died from marijuana-related thing or something.
No, let me ask something. Does marijuana impair your judgment? Not impair your judgment, but can you be smoking under the influence?
You can, and that's another reason why they're saying that they making it legal is a good thing, because you can make actual laws that address that, no driving under the influence and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
And stuff like that.
Oh,
now it's just like illegal substances under the influence, but if you actually made it straight up, no, you can't drive and smoke kind of thing.
And here's another question: does marijuana have the same effects as a cigarette? Does it cause lung cancer? That was not the answer I was looking for. Sir.
Yeah, it gives you no like
gives you
like,
the sneezies, does it?
What? But like no like it doesn't. A typical joint wouldn't have all the tar and everything that a cigarette does.
Okay.
So like that would be, less damageful for your lungs and stuff like that. But smoking does sort of weaken your lungs, and so if you are smoking the marijuana, there's other ways to administer it, like eat brownies or whatever. But if you're smoking it, that does it could lead damage to your lungs or whatever to smoke.
It's really interesting because marijuana has such a big impact and it's such a big part of pop culture. I mean, you can watch a movie and go, "Oh, that's a pot movie,"
right.
And they make a lot of pot jokes, and you don't get it, but you kind of get it too. Because
right.
I watch a lot of movies like, "Oh, I guess this would be really funny if I was stoned," but I'm not. But I guess it's slightly amusing.
Right. And I think that whether you want to consume it or whether you don't, making it illegal is so hypocritical. You know what I mean? And there's politicians in California saying that. They're saying that there's one politician I read. He said, "I've never smoked marijuana in my life. I don't intend to smoke it. Even if you gave it to me free, I wouldn't really be so interested in it. But the hypocrisy of making it illegal is just insane. And making it legal and getting the tax money makes sense."
So tell me this: when you smoke marijuana, does it mostly just relax you, or does it heighten your senses? So, how there's the angry drunk and a happy drunk? Do you get angry pothead?
Well, I'm not an expert, but there's very few angry potheads, but there are different types of potheads. Mm. There's the quiet, reserved pothead. There's the talkative pothead. There's the philosophical pothead, which is quite common. And then there's the curious pothead and all those sorts of stuff. But
they sound like really bad children's books characters.
But I mean, that's basically what it's like. I mean, there's different types of people, and they get sort of enhanced by substances or whatever. But I have never seen an angry pothead because it really mellows you out.
Right.
And that's an interesting difference. Like alcohol, there is definitely an angry drunk, but I suppose there could be an angry pothead, but it would be kind of hard.
I mean, it's not like, oh, this person was on pot, so he went and pulled people out of cars and started beating them.
No, he'd be pulling them out of cars and taking their snacks or something.
Give me your food! So. I don't know. Okay, honest opinion, if it was legal, I'd try it.
There you go.
But I wouldn't go out of my way now to go get it, because
I personally think it might not match you, because you're not liking drinking, so you probably don't like altered minds, but
I need to relax a lot.
You be careful, the police are going to come get you.
But I have no experience, and I don't intend to breaking the law anytime soon.
Well, if it is legalized, I recommend you try it then, because one interesting difference between alcohol, though, is that alcohol makes your stomach kind of upset as you drink it. That's probably what you don't like, but the other...
I don't like the taste.
Oh, okay. Well,
that's my biggest problem.
Well, do you like...
And it goes right through me, too.
Do you like mint tea?
No.
Uh-oh.
Two of my least favorite things, I think. Mint and tea.
You're not going to like pot, then.
Yeah. Ah, damn.
Sorry, man.
I'll just have to try something like lobotomy to relax me, I guess.
Lebonics?
Lebonics? No, lobotomy.
Lobotomy, good idea, you should. Are we on our time?
Just about. So if you have any comments about your pro or con, the pros and cons of pot, or whether you're anti or pro.
Or whatever, leave them.
Whatever. Yeah.
I think we could stop there.